After the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Serbia was the only country in Europe that did not impose sanctions against the aggressor country. Belgrade actively welcomes Russian tourists and migrants, and Serbian airlines have become a kind of gateway to Europe for Russian citizens. For example, Air Serbia has been operating more than 20 flights a week to Russian cities since April 2024. However, warm relations with Moscow end where business interests begin. This has been stated directly in Belgrade. Moreover, the national legislation does not prohibit selling weapons to Western countries, and they have the right to transfer ammunition to Ukraine.
This is a part of our economic revival and important for us. Even if I know where the ammunition ends up, that's not my job. My job is to secure the fact that we deal legally with our ammunition, that we sell it. I need to take care of my people, and that's it. That's all I can say. We have friends in Kyiv and in Moscow. These are our Slav brothers. Aleksandar Vučić, president of Serbia, in comment to the Financial Times.
In April 2023, Reuters, citing a Pentagon leak, reported about Serbian arms deliveries to Ukraine. The media added that Serbian defense factories were operating in full capacity. Now, the Financial Times, citing its sources, claims that since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Kyiv has received 800 million euros worth of arms from Serbia. President Vučić has described this amount as generally accurate.
This again shows that Serbia continues to make money from the war in Ukraine, because Serbia is not only supplying weapons to Ukraine. There are studies that show that arms sales to Israel, for example, have increased over the last few months in quite significant amounts. Therefore, we should not expect relations between Serbia and Russia to deteriorate.
Moscow reacted nervously to such an unfriendly move from Belgrade, and while Putin's press secretary Peskov promised to, quote, deal with Serbian friends, propaganda TV shows addressed Serbia with direct insults and threats. But the Kremlin will not break off relations with Serbia, experts assure. Firstly, it is one of the few remaining platforms for the Kremlin to spread pro-Russian ideas in Europe. And secondly, if Serbia becomes a member of EU, Moscow expects to use it as an agent of influence.
The Kremlin understands perfectly well that Brussels is not very interested in Serbia getting as close as possible to joining the European Union, because having another trained horse that will undermine the situation in the European Union, as Hungary is doing, is much more favorable for Russia than directly denying Serbia's accession to the European Union.
Moscow's support is important for Belgrade. First of all, as far as Kosovo is concerned, the Russian Federation and China block its international recognition. It is Moscow and Beijing that keep Kosovo from UN membership, but at the same time, Belgrade had repeatedly emphasized its desire for reapproachment with the EU and NATO. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Andriy Dmitrenko, UATV News.